Number 3 on our list of special weapons is Silk Shot for Mega Man X2. I won't try to downplay my excitement. We're starting to get into the really good stuff now. Silk Shot launches a small cluster of scrap metal in an arc a short distance. On contact with an enemy or the environment, it will explode and launch shrapnel outward in an X pattern. It has a low base ammo cost, using only 1 point per shot. Because of its firing pattern, it can be used at medium to close range to deal with individual targets, or be shot creatively to damage harder to reach ones. This makes it almost identical to Dust Crusher from Mega Man 4, however that's exactly where the similarities end. Its charge shot works by sucking scrap metal in from the environment, forming a gigantic mass at the front of the X-Buster. This projectile acts like a cluster bomb, being launched forward in a much more shallow arc, plowing through anything it comes in contact with. Charged Silk Shot is absolutely devastating. It can rip through groups of weaker enemies almost as effectively as the Giga Crush due to its multiple shrapnel bursts, and it possesses enough power to destroy cannon drivers, a Klonda, old robots, and even enemy rabbit ride armors in just one shot. In addition to this raw firepower and exceptional range, Silk Shot's charge has one of the absolute most satisfying feels to any weapon in the series. Thanks in part to the Super Nintendo's sound capabilities, the combination of audio and visual feedback makes the impact of a charged Silk Shot something you can almost feel. Now, Silk Shot gathers scrap to form projectiles, so naturally without access to scrap metal, the ammo needs to come from somewhere. This is where Silk Shot goes from immensely satisfying to extremely unique. In the weather control stage, Silk Shot will draw in loose foliage. In the volcanic zone and deep sea base stages, it'll pull in stone fragments, and in the Energen crystal stage, it'll pull in crystal shards. The grass shots will arc upwards when fired normally, and will deal less overall damage than any other variant. However, the ammo cost is so low that 2 shots will only consume 1 brick of ammo, and 1 charge shot will consume only 1. The stone fragments will bounce once on contact with the ground before exploding, and the crystal shards will bounce before sliding along the ground, exploding on contact with an enemy or wall. The visual change on its own would be enough, but the altered properties make this a completely one-of-a-kind weapon. This is made even better when you bring the X-Hunters into the mix. Violin, Agile, and Surges are typically weak to Bubble Splash, Magnet Mine, and Sonic Slicer respectively. However, Violin is weak to Grass Silk Shot, Agile is weak to Stone Silk Shot, and Surges is weak to Crystal Silk Shot. In fact, with the exception of Surges, these weaknesses are actually higher than their normal weakness counterparts. As far as I know, this marks the only instance of bosses having stage-based weakness effects in the entire franchise. Silk Shot doesn't just pull in items to convert to raw damage. In the Deep Sea Base stage, Energen Crystal stage, and Desert Base stage, there are 3 seemingly empty rooms where it can be charged to suck in large health and ammo capsules. While the ammo is helpful only if you need a refill in one of those stages, Bubble Crab's health room is easily one of the single best places to refill sub-tanks in the whole series. Best of all, this costs no ammo at all, making it free no matter what. Silk Shot manages to somehow pack utility, style, power, satisfaction, treasure hunting, and overall creativity into one weapon. There are few, if any, weapons in the series that have as wide an assortment of details as this, and it really showcases what clever thinking can create.